Hey everyone, welcome back. So today I want to give you a review of the AJ Crimson Artist Kit palette. This is a foundation palette and I have been dabbling into all different types of foundations lately. I wanted to branch out and find different ones that I feel that would be able to cater to some of your needs on my channel as well as my clients. I also am very intrigued by makeup kits, especially when it comes to colors, like a different color range. So I really have been watching his palettes online and on Instagram, and I finally caved in and purchased it. So sorry it's a little messy because I've been really playing around with it a lot lately. So and I do have it on my face right now, so if you like the coverage that I'm getting right now as I'm speaking to you, then you know this is the palette that I'm wearing. So I did go with the shade Fair. 6 colors come in here, from lightest to deepest, which is great because these fall into the categories of highlight and contour for myself as well as overall color, and I like the fact that I can actually create and customize my own shade, which I think is absolutely perfect. So this palette, it costs $150. I think you can get it on his website for 30% off. I don't think you have to be a makeup artist to get the discount, and I'll put a link down below that'll take you directly to the site that says that. But if you're looking for an overall foundation palette that you can actually take with you and play around with and have fun with makeup and get excellent coverage with a creamy consistency, then you're in the right hands with the AJ Crimson palette. So he is a professional makeup artist. He's worked on many different celebrities, and what I liked about him is the fact that he came out with 3 different types of these, and I think maybe even 4. I have to look at online. So it goes from fair, so the one that I have is fair tan, and then it goes medium, and then I think it's deep. And then there's also a concealer palette that gives you all the highlights and the contour colors, but I feel that in just one palette which matches your skin tone, I think you are just going to do just fine with that. For those of you that are on my channel, depending on whatever your shade range is, from light to deep, he covers basically every type of skin tone possibly out there, and I think that is just fantastic. That's something that I look up to as a makeup artist, to other makeup artists that actually take the time to create something that can really go across the board and help any individual in terms of skin color. So like I said, from the lightest to the deepest of shades, you're actually going to find a great color match with his products. Now they are infused with vitamin E, so it's going to give you a little bit of that creamier consistency to it. The coverage is fantastic. It's definitely medium to full coverage. I feel it's even full coverage because one swipe right on the skin, I mean, you can cover everything, including any imperfections, and I have quite the amount of imperfections lately. So I just want to go into the demo and show you guys exactly how I applied this product. I used it, I've been using it almost every day for the past 3 weeks, and I put it to use I think when I was out on the red carpet with Kika. If you guys follow me on Snapchat, on Instagram, you would see that I was doing a couple of events and I was using this palette that day on myself, and I got excellent longevity out of it. So without further ado, let's just get right into the demo, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So this is what the palette looks like brand new. It says the AJ Crimson Artist Kit. This is the Pro palette. Has a little saying right there in front, and then you have 6 shades right here. So as you can tell already, this is my first time using it. As you can tell already, it has that sheen to it. So it has a little bit of that oil base, but apparently there's vitamin E in it. I'm gonna give you guys more details on the product in my blog post. So since I'm using this for the first time, what I'm going to do is take a flat foundation brush and I'm gonna start to blend it out. I have nothing on my skin other than moisturizer, and the one that I used is the Virage from doTERRA. I love this because it's light and it's all natural. So I'm gonna take my Makeup Forever 108 straight flat brush, and let's see what color I'm going to start with. I think I'm gonna go with this middle shade right here, and I'm going to fan it out because I want to see the consistency. I don't want anything too cakey. I want to see how this lasts, you know, all day, and I'll build it with you guys actually as I'm doing it. That's how much I have on the brush. I'm going to start at the center of my face, so I can see already this is a little bit lighter than my skin tone. That's okay, I'm gonna use that to highlight down the center of my face. So I'm gonna bump it up. I'm gonna take this shade right here and see how that looks. A little bit goes a long way because it's got this almost like this creamy, oily texture to it. I don't think it's gonna make your skin look oily. I think what it's going to do is give you a really nice glow. This is really beautiful. You know what I like about this right now too? It's a little bit more in the warmer tone, and I like that. So there's a little bit of cool tone in that first shade right here, which is nice. You could use this to blend in a little bit more of the cooler undertone. But what I like is that it's a little bit on the warmer side, and I like when my foundations are more on the warmer side. Beautiful. I don't feel that it's like cakey or powdery or that like that cake face look on the skin. Even though you go sometimes with a lighter coverage, it still gives you that funny finish on the skin. This doesn't do that. So you can see this is like one layer, and then this is two built up. Matches my skin beautifully, and it just looks like skin. I mean, this is great. I think if you guys are interested in a palette to be able to contour and highlight and do all your skin, I think this is going to be beneficial for any of you. If you do have oily skin and you're a little concerned, what I could tell you guys to do is make sure to put a mattifying primer underneath this, or what you can do is don't add any moisturizer. Because your oils are going to come out throughout the day, this is going to adhere to those oils that come out. Now what I'll do is I'm going to go in with these two lighter shades right here, and I'm going to start to conceal right here and brighten. I'll go in with that second shade, and I'm creating dimension. Okay, so I have most of my makeup on right now. I am really liking the texture of it. It gets a little on the glowy side, so if you're not into that look, I don't know if you're gonna like that foundation, but there are gonna be ways to alter that, and I'll teach you that at a later time on a different video. So I wanna go in with a little contouring with this palette so that you guys can see that you can get so much out of it versus just getting, you know, that color just to get a good color match. So I'm going to take the Artis Oval 3 brush, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this shade first, and I want to see how it starts to look when I want to contour in this area. So if you tilt your face a little bit like this, you'll start to see an indent, a little depth right in here, or you can follow this and go down, or you can follow the top of your ear and go down. Just depends how much contour you really want. So, and what's nice about this shade is that it's not really dark, so the contour is going to look a little bit more natural. This is good for me for now, and I'm going to start to blend it in. If I think I should go any further, I will. So now I'm just going back in with the Oval 1, and when I blend in the contour colors, I like to brush up. And it gives you a little bit of that shadow. These really do blend in seamlessly into the skin. You can see that it has more of that silky texture. Then I'll go in with a lighter shade just to open up the nose a little bit more and give it more definition. And I'll take this lightest shade right here. All I need is a drop, and I'm just gonna bring it right down. And that's it. So what I'll do is I'll even take the deepest shade right here. Now I know it's a little bit orangey for my skin, but that's okay. And what I'll take is I'll go back in with that flat foundation brush from Makeup Forever, and I'm gonna create a little bit of depth. So once I put the blush on, I'll have a little bit more of a deeper shade. So I take that darker shade right here, and I'm just gonna lay it down right here. It's gonna give you a little bit of a hint of color, a little bit of that bronzy effect to my cheekbone. And just a little bit goes a long way because these are super duper pigmented, but pigmented in the sense where it's not cakey. It's just you get a lot of color payoff. So just press it into the skin. And underneath this creates a pout. And that's it. That's how I would really contour going in with this palette. It does offer such a wide range for you guys to do even your concealing and your highlight, your contour. So if you're uncertain and you really want like an all-in-one, this is such a nice kit for that. So let me just finish up the rest. Okay guys, so I have all of my makeup on. I'm heading out right now. I just did my hair, and it definitely is a very natural, light to medium finish. It's buildable. It gives you this really nice skin-like appearance. So if you're looking for something more on the matte side, I don't really know if this is going to be for you, but as of right now, I love the finish that I'm getting on my skin, and I love the fact that I can do my foundation, I can highlight, and I can contour all in one with one kit. So this way when I'm traveling, it's that much easier for me to travel with it, and I don't have to carry that many products with me.